So what does it really cost to get good at telling stories? I mean, really good. Well, for one person, it costs a small fortune to basically crack the code on what makes a story stick. And today, we're going to open up the toolkit they built.
Yep, that's the number. $27,000. Just think about that. All that cash poured into courses, seminars, you name it, all to figure out the secrets to powerful communication. The mission was to boil down years and years of lessons into a simple, powerful set of rules.
And what came out of it? This incredible storytelling toolkit, packed with 25 key secrets. So for us, we've organized these secrets into 3 essential trays, kind of like a mechanic's toolbox. So let's pop open the first tray, finding the very heart of your story.
All right, part 1, finding your story's core. Look, this first part is all about the foundation. It's not about fancy tricks, it's about digging deep to find the real substance, the raw emotion, the authenticity that makes a story actually connect with another human being.
Okay, this is probably the biggest, most fundamental rule in all of storytelling. Show, don't tell. Right? I mean, just saying I was nervous is fine. It's a fact. But it's boring. Describing your hands shaking, your heart pounding like a drum, that puts your audience right there in the room with you. They get to feel the nervousness for themselves instead of just being told about it. The next technique? Think out loud. Seriously. Instead of just describing what happened, share those raw, unfiltered thoughts that were racing through your head at that moment. How am I going to fix this? My boss thinks I'm a total idiot, That inner voice, that's what makes a story and you feel so much deeper and way more relatable.
And really, that leads to this next point. At the end of the day, stories aren't just about showing off how great you are. They're about making a genuine connection. And the fastest way to build that bridge? It's vulnerability. Just admitting you didn't have it all figured out, that you were struggling, that shows you're human. And that's what makes people trust you and lean in. So let's see how we can build on that trust in the next section.
Part 2, building unforgettable drama. Okay, so now that we have the core of our story, it's time to build the actual structure around it. This is where we create the tension, the suspense, the stuff that keeps your audience on the edge of their seat. This is the engine of the narrative.
I absolutely love this analogy. It's so simple, but so powerful. Think about it. Walking across a room with an empty glass, big deal. Nobody cares. Do it again with a glass full to the brim? Okay, a little more interesting, you gotta be careful. But then, you add the stakes. If you spill one single drop, your family will die. Whoa! Suddenly, every single step is gripping. It's the same with your story. You have to tell the audience what's on the line. What do you stand to win? And more importantly, what do you stand to lose?
And every great story has this one moment. It's the turning point. It's that 5-second window where everything changes. It's the split-second decision, the sudden realization, the breakthrough that shifts the entire direction of your life. It's the moment you decide to quit your job or the moment you realize you're in love. This little moment, that's the heartbeat of your story. Everything else is just building up to it or dealing with the fallout from it.
Let's be real. Have you ever seen a movie where everything just went perfectly for the main character from start to finish? No way! It would be the most boring thing ever. Every single story needs conflict. It could be a massive emotional battle, or it could be something as simple as you struggling to open a stubborn jar of pickles. It doesn't matter. Without some kind of struggle, there is no story. Period.
All right, part 3, mastering your delivery. So we found our story's core, we've built the drama, but now comes the final piece of the puzzle, the delivery. These are the practical, on-the-ground techniques that bring your story to life when you actually open your mouth to tell it.
So this final tray in our toolkit is just jam-packed with these practical tips. First off, use actual dialogue. Don't say, "My boss was mad." Say what he actually said, Quote him directly. And please drop the polished, formal storytelling voice. Just talk like a normal person. And here's a huge one, but it's subtle. Never, ever start by saying, "Let me tell you a story." That's the S word. It just puts all this pressure on you and makes the audience sit back and judge. Just jump right in. Keep it short, a micro story, not some grand epic. And as you're speaking, really try to relive that moment in your head. The authenticity will just pour out of you.
Okay, this might be the single most powerful and, maybe the most uncomfortable secret in this entire toolkit. You have absolutely no idea how you sound or look to other people until you see it for yourself. So record yourself, on your phone, whatever. Then watch it back.
I know, it's cringeworthy, but do it. And find the one biggest thing that distracts from your message. Is it a weird hand gesture? Don't try to fix everything at once. Just focus on that one thing, master it, then move on to the next.
And there you have it, the whole toolkit, all 3 trays laid out. First, we went deep to find the story's authentic core, using things like vulnerability and our inner thoughts. Then, we built a dramatic structure with high stakes and real conflict. And finally, we polished the delivery to bring the whole thing to life. It's a complete system.
When you boil it all down, every powerful story is really about one thing: change, transformation. It's about who you were before, the thing that happened, and how it changed you on the other side. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what small, maybe even overlooked moment in your life was a real turning point for you? Because the answer to that, well, that's where your next great story is waiting to be told.